Once, in a world filled with wonder and mystery, there was a plane that vanished without a trace. It was a modern passenger aircraft known as Flight 42, carrying 200 passengers and crew on a routine journey across the ocean. The plane departed from a bustling city, its passengers excited for their various destinations, some on vacation, others returning home, and a few on business trips. The flight started uneventfully, with clear skies and smooth sailing. The pilot, Captain Lewis, was an experienced aviator, confident in the journey ahead. The passengers settled into their seats, some dozing off, others watching movies or chatting with fellow travelers. The crew served meals and drinks, creating an atmosphere of calm and routine. However, as the plane reached the midpoint of its journey, something strange happened. The aircraft suddenly lost contact with air traffic control. There were no distress signals, no signs of trouble, just silence. The plane vanished from radar screens, leaving the world in shock and confusion. The search for Flight 42 began immediately, with rescue teams scouring the ocean for any signs of wreckage or survivors. Hours passed, and still there was no trace of the missing plane. The disappearance became a global mystery, with theories ranging from mechanical failure to more fantastical explanations like alien abduction or a journey through a time warp. Meanwhile, aboard the plane, something extraordinary was happening. As Flight 42 entered a mysterious cloud formation, the passengers and crew experienced a strange sensation, as if time itself had slowed down. Outside the windows, the familiar blue sky and ocean below were replaced by an otherworldly glow, as if the plane had entered another dimension. Captain Lewis and his co-pilot, Sarah, tried to make sense of the instruments, which seemed to be malfunctioning. The altimeter spun wildly, the compass pointed in all directions, and the radio crackled with static. The passengers, sensing something was wrong, began to grow anxious. Captain Lewis addressed them over the intercom, assuring them that everything would be all right, even as he and Sarah struggled to regain control. As the plane continued through the glowing cloud, the strange sensation intensified. It felt like hours had passed, yet the flight attendants' watches showed only minutes. Suddenly, the cloud began to dissipate, revealing a landscape below that no one recognized. The ocean was gone, replaced by an endless expanse of verdant forest, dotted with strange, shimmering lakes. The plane, now descending, found a flat clearing among the trees and made a surprisingly smooth landing. The passengers and crew, bewildered but unharmed, disembarked onto the soft, mossy ground. As they looked around, they realized they were in a place that defied explanation. The air was filled with the scent of unfamiliar flowers, and the sky was a brilliant shade of purple, with two suns shining brightly. The people of Flight 42 soon discovered they were not alone. Strange, ethereal beings, neither human nor animal, appeared from the forest. These beings communicated telepathically, conveying a sense of welcome and curiosity. They explained that the plane had entered a time pocket, a rare phenomenon that transported them to a parallel world. In this world, time flowed differently, and the laws of nature were not the same as those they knew. The beings, who called themselves the Keepers of Time, revealed that they had been observing the human world for centuries, intrigued by its complexity and beauty. They offered the passengers and crew a choice. They could stay in this new world, free from the constraints of time and space, or return to their own world, with the knowledge of this extraordinary place kept secret. After much deliberation, the passengers and crew made their decision. Most chose to return, eager to see their loved ones and share their incredible experience, even if they couldn't fully explain it. A few, however, decided to stay, fascinated by the wonders of the parallel world and the promise of a life beyond the ordinary. The keepers of time guided the plane back to the sky, enveloping it once more in the mysterious cloud. As they re-emerged, the familiar blue sky and ocean came into view. Flight 42 reappeared on radar screens, much to the astonishment of the world. It had been missing for only a few hours, yet to the passengers and crew, it felt like days had passed. The plane landed safely at its original destination, where anxious families and authorities awaited. The passengers and crew, dazed but unharmed, were greeted with relief and disbelief. They had no clear explanation for where they had been, only a shared memory of an incredible journey and the knowledge that they had experienced something beyond the grasp of ordinary understanding. Flight 42 became an enduring mystery, a story of the missing plane that vanished and reappeared, leaving behind unanswered questions and a sense of wonder. The passengers and crew carried with them the secret of the parallel world, forever changed by their encounter with the unknown.